9 U.S. Presidents, Assassinated by Globalists, by Larry Engel. This is an Opus Brief.
An overview Opus Brief, number 3. The Compromise of President James Madison.
The fourth President of the United States was James Madison. He was one of the founding fathers of the nation that had become president, and was also the only one of the first 5 presidents that was not assassinated. So if they assassinated Washington and Adams and Jefferson and Monroe, why did they kill Madison? Well, now, I think that you could almost guess. James Madison must have done something to please the international European banking cartel. Did he do something like that? Can you guess? Think about that for a moment. And these assassinations were carried out by the globalists, the international bankers, in order to take over the credit and money of the nation. So Madison was not targeted for assassination because he had given the globalists the bank they wanted. But poor Madison was compromised and in danger of being murdered, as had been the other 4 presidents of the original 5 presidents. A fearful President James Madison gave the European banking cartel the second Bank of the United States. This was a central bank of issue that was so dangerous that it could conquer our nation. Therefore, Madison was not targeted for assassination, and you might have guessed right. Madison was a very strong patriot and dearly loved our country. He did many things in his lifetime that made our freedom possible. However, while he was president, the British Army burned down the White House and invaded our country during the War of 1812. This war was fought on American soil. Madison had to flee for his very life from the flaming White House as Washington, the nation's capital, was burned by the British.
History records that the money manipulators have used every form of abuse, intrigue, deceit, and violent means possible to maintain their control over governments by controlling money and its issuance, stated President James Madison.
The day will come when our republic will be an impossibility because wealth will be concentrated in the hands of a few, foretold President James Madison.
All the perplexities, confusion and distress in America arise not from defects in their Constitution or Confederation, nor from want of honor or virtue, so much as downright ignorance of the nature of coin, credit and circulation. President John Adams warned us we must learn about the banks.
Of the first 5 presidents, 3 of them died on the 4th of July. Now, would you believe that that's a coincidence? Would you believe that? Mathematical scientists tell us that the chance of that happening is astronomical. That didn't happen. They were assassinated. 3 presidents out of 5 die on the 4th of July? That can't be a coincidence. In killing these presidents, they sent a malevolent message on the 4th of July to the rest of the leaders and representatives in our government. If you oppose us taking over your credit and money, we'll kill you.
There were several immediate stated causes for the U.S. declaration of war in 1812. First, a series of trade restrictions introduced by Britain to impede American trade with France, a country with which Britain was at war. The banking cartel grips a monopoly on trade by use of loans, infiltration, blackmail, slander, criminal frame-up and murder.
The Times of London said this about America when President Lincoln used of debt-free money called greenback dollars. Quote,
"It will pay off debts and be without debt. It will have all the money necessary to carry on its commerce. It will become prosperous without precedent in the history of the world. The brains and wealth of all countries will go to North America. That country must be destroyed or it will destroy every monarchy on the globe." End quote. Times of London. This banking cartel called themselves Jews, but worship the golden calf, secret societies and money. When the wonderful Jewish prophet Isaiah advised and warned the evil king Ahab not to sin against God, Ahab tried to kill him and called Isaiah anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic. The modern royal Ahab bankers assassinate our presidents.
When the bankers take over the control of the money and credit of a nation, they actually could conquer the nation. The bankers with long experience knew precisely how to do this. But even wise men like Thomas Jefferson, for them the details of this powerful money weapon must have remained in their minds still a deep mystery. I make the incredible claim that 20 U.S. presidents were assassinated by the globalists in order to take over the money and credit of the nation. I use my observation, my intuition, and my opinion to create an editorial, a news editorial. It's my opinion. You're free to join in with my opinion or form your own opinion. The idea is just to get you thinking and maybe get your own opinion, and sometimes you agree with me and sometimes disagree with me. That's okay. I don't mind that at all because it is my opinion. However, there is one point. This series is waking up people all over the world, they tell me. And what are they waking up about? Well, whenever a leader attempts to get rid of the sinister and evil banking cartel and make the world a happier place for all of us, whenever they try to do that, they are assassinated. So the reason why this series becomes important is because it indicates that we, the people, must demand debt-free money. We must support the presidents who are going to oppose this globalist agenda. The presidents and other leaders cannot do this for us. Don't wait for a leader. It's up to us to contact our representatives and tell them we want debt-free money.